minutes.
Whenever you are.
When it's early, we okay? No one else is coming?
No idea.
I'll go ahead and call the meeting to order. If you would call the roll, please.
Ms. Pena,
Here.
Mr. Davis,
Here.
Ms. Bennett, not in attendance, Mr. Christensen,
Here.
Mr. Heflin, not in attendance, Mr. James, not in attendance, Mr. Watkins.
Here.
Okay. Welcome, everyone. I'd like for you to stand and say the Pledge of Allegiance with us and just salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands,
One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
flag
Of the
state of Mexico, with the symbol
of perfect friendship among the United Culture.
Hey, first item of business is to approve the minutes from the previous meeting.
I so move. Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the minutes. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed. Okay, new business, the annual report. Ms. McClellan, do you want to go over that?
Awesome. So about once a year, we do an annual report, which is just P and Z reporting on what we've done, kind of just a little bit of a recap. So this is what we've got for this year. Miss Chris, if you'll take us to the next one. We just posted this so the people at home could see it. These are everything you're seeing under the replat, the special use and zone change. Variances, subdivisions, and vacations of right-of-ways were all approved by this commission. And then we have applications in the end denied by the commission, which there were 2 of. And then, of course, we have the attendance records. Let's go to the next page. I don't know if it's will show you or not. There you go. The attendance of current members, and then the term history. And of course, we also have service dates, but most of those, and then the current commission is at the very end. Showing when the current commission started. If you guys have any questions on this report, I'd be happy to answer them.
Questions, comments? That's what it is. All right,
A motion to approve them?
do we need to approve?
You can approve it. It doesn't have to have resolution or anything, so it can just be a.
Oh, I have a motion to approve
Second.
and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, okay. We will go on to item B. Public hearing for resolution PC number 2023-2024-14. A resolution providing for a special use permit at 1320 North Kilgore to allow for the expansion of the current cemetery in R1 zone submitted by the city of Portales. We'll entertain a motion to go into public hearing.
So moved. Second.
I have a motion and a second to go into public hearing. Call the roll, please.
Mr. Christensen,
Yes.
Mr. Davis,
Yes.
Mr. Watkins,
Yes.
We're good.
Oh, did you get everyone? I didn't hear her say Miss Pena.
Ms. Pena.
Oh, they're all staring at me. I was like, oh no, I wasn't paying attention.
I thought I said it, I did it in my head, I guess.
Okay. Ms. McClellan, if you want to.
Perfect. Someone from the streets department or public infrastructure was going to be here. They're not able to make it, so I'm going to talk a little bit about it in their stead. But they did text me this information. So what it is the city of Portales, of course, has our cemetery, the city cemetery. According to the public infrastructure, which handles the cemetery, they're expanding the cemetery because there aren't any more plots to sell in the current area. So not all the plots are full, but they've all been bought. So just go back to that last one real quick. So the yellow is our current cemetery. The city purchased the green plot right across the road with the intent of expanding the cemetery into that green area. It is currently zoned in R1. Cemetery does not have its own zone. You could go to the next page. But under land uses for special use permits, they can do a special use permit to allow cemetery to be there. So for this, just like any other special use permit, we sent out letters. We sent out 11 letters to property owners. You go to the next page, Ms. Chris. And then 5 to utilities. We received 2 for the property owners. Then we didn't receive anything else back, but we didn't receive any protests in relation to expanding that cemetery. I don't have a lot of information on it because they don't have any specific plans. They have to go through other committees that don't really involve me of how they're going to lay it out and what kind of stuff they're going to have there. But it'll be a.
So we don't know the design or anything.
No, I don't have any of that. This is just for the special use permit, and I don't believe they have to come back here for the design. I think that goes to a state board that
Okay.
handles cemeteries and that kind of stuff. But if you have any questions, I will do my best to answer them.
What will they do with the old house on the south end?
I don't know if, I know that was discussed in the purchase that they'd leave it alone for a certain period. So I don't know if they'll remodel it or if at some point it'll be pulled down. I'm not sure if they know quite what they're gonna do with it yet either.
Be a long time before they ever get that far.
Well, I know they've
Going
had
up.
the police officers come out 2 or 3 times because people are staying in it and
Oh,
running them off and
But I know, just I'm not entirely sure what the plan is, but I can ask and email you an answer. They were supposed to be here. I was like, you showed up. They're like, oh, we didn't realize it was today. So I was like, okay. So. Any other questions?
questions, comments? Anyone want to speak for or against? Cemetery? Okay, no one has any comments. I'll entertain a motion to go out of public hearing.
make a motion, we go out of public hearing.
A second.
I have a motion and a second to go out of public hearing. Call the roll, please.
Mr. Christensen,
Yes.
Mr. Davis,
Yes.
Mr. Jane. Sorry, Mr. Watkins,
Yes.
Ms. Pena.
Yes.
Okay, I will entertain a motion to either approve or deny the special use permit at 1320 North Kilgore for the expansion of the current cemetery.
Move for approval.
I'll second.
I have a motion to approve and a second. Call the roll, please.
Ms. Pena,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Mr. Christensen,
Yes.
Mr. Watson.
Yes.
Okay. Let's go on to item C, says public hearing for public resolution PC number 2023-2024-15. A resolution providing for a special use permit at 105 North Avenue I to allow for addition of antennas for radio transmission to an existing tower submitted by Resound Networks LLC. I will entertain a motion to go into public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Call the roll, please.
Mr. Christensen,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Mr. Watkins,
Yes.
Ms. Pena,
Yes.
We are now in public hearing. Ms. McClellan, give us that.
Okay, so we did a recent one of these, I believe even this last year that was covered in the report. So there is a antenna located at this property at 105 North Avenue I. So anytime a company would like to come in and add to that existing antenna, then they have to get a special use permit. Much like we did last year, this is a different company coming in, attempting to add. It's going to be Resound Networks LLC. And they said that they're going to be adding to the antennas to help expand broadband services to the area. They will be adding equipment that will not be detrimental or interfere with anybody, and that the American Tower, who owns the tower, does have other existing tenants. We sent that out. Here's one little thing. To 10 property owners and 5 utilities. We received 1 property owner who was for it and 2 utilities who were for it, and we did not get any protests since it's already there. This approval will allow them to have both a business registration and for us to sign their building permits to do the extra work to the tower. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
And is it just broadband is all there's gonna be?
Yeah, I know they're adding antennas to improve it, but it didn't look like from the plans that we originally looked over, it was changing the shape of the structure very much.
Any other questions, comments? Anyone that would like to speak for or against? Okay, I will entertain a motion to go out of public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
A motion. And a second to go out of public hearing. Call the roll, please.
Mr. Christensen,
Yes.
Mr. Watkins,
Yes.
Ms. Pena,
Yes.
Mr. Davis.
Yes.
Okay, back in regular session. This time I would either. Let's hear a motion on whether to approve or deny the special use permit. Or
I'll make a motion, we approve the special use permit.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve. This resolution. Call the roll, please.
Mr. Christensen,
Yes.
Mr. Davis,
Yes.
Ms. Pena,
Yes.
Mr. Watkins,
Yes.
And this will probably go to. Commission, city
Not-
council.
Tomorrow, but 2 weeks after tomorrow.
8, 7, 6.
Somewhere around there. We'll pull it up before the end of the meeting.
Okay,
And we'll announce it for these ones.
Okay, our next item is public hearing for resolution PC number 2023-2024-16. A resolution providing for a special use permit at 1001 North Chicago Avenue to allow for alcohol sales submitted by Hut, New Mexico LLC. I will entertain a motion to go into public hearing.
Make a motion, we go into public hearing.
My second.
I have a motion and a second to go into public hearing. Call the roll, please.
Mr. Dickinson,
Yes.
Ms. Peña,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Mr. Walton,
Yes.
Okay, we're now in public hearing. Ms.
Perfect. I'll go over this. I do believe we have people logged in as well to speak for this, but I'll go over my part and then hand it
Okay.
over. So this building is Pizza Hut. They're applying for a special use permit. They sell alcohol under their current special use permit, but it's changing ownership. And as we know, the special use permits don't transfer. So they just have to get a new special use permit under the new owner's name to continue with the alcohol sales, to get a letter from us saying it's okay to have alcohol sales there. Everything looks up and up. The only concern that had been there originally was there is a church across the street. And I believe there's a state one that says you have to be like 300 feet away from a church. But they do have a letter from the church saying that they're okay with the sale of alcohol. That's also a state law or rule. It's not something we enforce. So we're fine with it. They'll probably talk more about it. They discussed it with the state and got permission from the church to continue to sell alcohol at that location. We sent it to 8 property owners and 5 utilities. We received 1 for it from the property owner and then 2 for it from the public utilities. If you have any questions for me, I'll answer them. If not, I'll step down and see if anyone else would like to say anything.
It says alcohol sales. Is this beer and wine or is this full?
So this doesn't matter on our side. We just allow alcohol sales. That gets more into what the state approves permit wise. But the special use permit just allow alcohol sale.
No carrying out.
Pardon?
No.
Not for this one, I believe, no. But we don't really consider that. Alcohol sales is allowed where they're at. Even if they wanted to carry out like in a retail, they just can't manufacture there. So I believe it's just going to continue the way Pizza Hut is now, but I'll toss it over to them and they can better answer.
Do we still have them sworn in?
I believe, yes, sir. We have them sworn in. Probably.
All right, well, anyone who wants to speak for or against this needs to be sworn in. So I think we're gonna go to one of you that's online.
Hi, my name is Cheryl Reese. I'm the Director of Licensing for Hut, New Mexico LLC. And we are going to continue the same as we are, and it is a
Cheryl?
Yes.
Cheryl,
Yes.
Can I get you sworn in real quick?
Yes.
You would,
Sorry about that.
no, you're okay.
if you can raise your right hand, please. Do
You
you
could-
swear or affirm that you will testify truthfully here under penalty of law?
I do.
Okay, thank you. Okay,
No problem.
go ahead.
Anyway, we have applied for a restaurant license to sell beer and wine, and we will continue as Pizza Hut was currently operating with the prior owner with no changes. I also reached out to the state and they were gonna complete their process in filing a waiver to allow us to sell beer and wine at this location as well. So let me know if you have any questions.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Any questions, comments? Okay. I think we're good. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I will entertain a motion to go out of public hearing.
I make a motion.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to go out of public hearing. Call the roll, please.
Mr. Davis,
Yes.
Mr. Walton,
Yes.
Ms. Peña,
Yes.
Mr. Christensen,
Yes. Okay, we're back in regular hearing. So I would entertain a motion to approve or deny this resolution to allow for alcohol sales by Hut, New Mexico. Special use permit.
I'll make that motion
Second.
To approve.
to approve.
Yeah.
Yes, sorry.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second to approve this special use permit. Call the roll, please.
Mr. Christensen,
Yes.
Ms. Peña,
Yes.
Mr. Watkins,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes,
Okay, that was approved and it will go to the city council in approximately 2 weeks from tomorrow.
Yeah. But we'll reach out to everybody and let them know which one it's officially going on.
Thank you. Okay, let's move on to item E. Public hearing for resolution PC number 2023-2024-17. A resolution providing for a vacation of right-of-way for a platted but undeveloped piece of land known as East Canadian Street, lying between lots 13 and 14 of block 4 and lots 19 through 24 of block 7 of the Franklin addition to the city of Portales, New Mexico, submitted by Christopher Pash. I'll entertain a motion to go into public hearing.
so moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to go into public hearing. Call the roll, please.
Mr. Christensen,
Yes.
Mr. Watkins,
Yes.
Mr. Davis,
Yes,
Ms. Peña,
Yes.
Okay, we are in public hearing. Ms. McClellan.
Perfect. So we have another vacation of right away before you. As you can see here, it is that green highlighted area that they're requesting that the city vacate. If you'll notice within the green, there is some overbuilding there, but there is some structures that have been built into that right away. From my understanding, they're trying to sell the properties. And because of this, they need to get this boundary line cleaned up one way or the other. So they're before us. This application is before us to see if we can't vacate it. We did, with all vacations, we reach out to all of the companies to see as an 811 ticket to make sure there's nothing in there. There are actually some Yelka Telecom and CenturyLink that are right when you first enter off of Canadian, that the landowner is working with them to get an easement for. So if you do approve this, it would be contingent upon them getting those easements with the utility companies. But there were no utility companies that went all the way back. It was just kind of right in that front, I'd say first 20 feet or so, where they branched out to different houses. Let's see. We did send it out to 6 property owners and then 5 utilities. One of the property owners was for it, 1 utility was for it. We did speak to the public infrastructure superintendent to see if he thought those roads would ever be developed to continue the city, and he said he didn't believe so. I think that is all I have. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
know how long these structures have been in that easement?
I'm not sure, but the structure is pretty worn, so it has been there. It's not a new build.
Yeah, I drove by and it looks like it's been there quite a while. And that is probably one of those areas in town where they're never gonna push street.
If you even noticed the vacation before, there's another structure right in the middle of the developed area, so there's a lot of overbuilding down there.
Part of town, never.
And then, of course, if it was vacated, the property would be split in half. Half of it would go to the property owner above it, and half would go to the property owner below it. So it'd be split equally with anyone who's abutting it.
So the city's okay with it.
Yeah, the usual people we check are utilities. They didn't have any utilities, and then the public infrastructure streets department, and they said they don't foresee developing that road.
Would anyone else like to speak for or against this issue? Okay. No more questions. I'll entertain a motion to go out of public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
I got a motion and a second to go out of public hearing. Call the roll, please.
Mr. Christensen,
Yes.
Mr. Davis,
Yes,
Mr. Watkins,
Yes.
Ms. Peña,
Yes.
Okay, we're back in regular session. I would entertain a motion to either approve or deny this vacation of right of way with the contingencies of the utility company.
I would make a motion that we approve the vacation of the zone.
That's second.
Okay, I have a motion to approve in a second. Call the roll, please.
Stevenson,
Yes.
Pena,
Yes.
Mr. Watkins,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Okay, so that has been approved and will also go to the city council in the next couple weeks. Okay, item F, public hearing for resolution PC number 2023-2024-18. A resolution providing for a variance at 903 North Avenue O for the purpose of placing a community solar farm submitted by SV CSG Portales One LLC. I will entertain a motion to go into public hearing.
Make that motion.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to go into public hearing. Call the roll, please.
Mr. Watkins,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Pena,
Yes.
Mr. Stevenson,
Yes. All right, we're in public hearing.
Mhm. I'll go over this real quick. We do have some gentlemen here, who are going to be much more knowledgeable on this than I will. But I'll go over at least my part. So what this variance is for a solar farm, community solar farm. It allows the structures to be placed there. We allow solar farms in M1s, and this property is currently considering an R1. Ms. Christie, go back one more. So what you'll see, the yellow there is county, the green is the property. So it's right on the city limits. You want the next one? Thank you. We did a little bit of an idea of what the proposal is there. Those will of course be the solar panels, so I won't go too far into that. We have someone here to speak on it. So the variance will allow them to do a solar farm there. They are non-transferable. So a slaughterhouse, something like that can't come in after the fact. It can be used for a solar farm by this company. The people who own it, the purpose changes, they need to come back for you for a new variance. Let's see, so we sent it to 11 property owners and 5 public utilities. We received 3 people for it from property owners and 2 utilities with no protests. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. If not, I'll let them speak if they'd like.
You guys, one of you, all of you would like to speak. You'll have to step over there and be sworn in. State your names and then.
Ryan Fulton,
just raise your right hand.
Adam Harper.
Do you swear to affirm that you will testify truthfully here in the penalty of law?
I do.
Thank you. So I guess, community solar farm.
Sure. My name is Ryan Fulton. I'm a project developer with Sunvest Solar. This is Adam Harper, founder of OE Solar, and together we've formed SVOE, and we are the owners of the project company SVCSG Portales One LLC. We submitted projects to the state's community solar program, and we're fortunate enough to be awarded this project based off attributes of the project and how it's scored within the state's program. And as Kelly has mentioned, this is a unique property where it's currently being used as an agricultural field, despite it being 2 separate parcels, one of which is in the county where solar is permitted, one of which is in the city where it's not zoned properly. So we're seeking a variance. As Kelly said, that would only apply to us, and it's not a zone change.
And how big is this? Is it?
Sure. The overall rating for the solar facility is 2.7 megawatts AC. In terms of acreage, it works out to be, roughly 15 acres. The parcel that's located in the city limits is roughly 14 acres, and of that, the panels and infrastructure would take up approximately 8 acres. It would be set back off the road per any statutes and codes and be fenced as well.
Yeah, and just to add, it's generally a 25-foot buffer is what we have on all the exterior part. And per NEC code, it requires an 8-foot chain link fence with 3 strands of barbed wire So it's not the Constantine wire, but it's just the 3 strands. And that has to do with shock hazard to essentially prevent unfeathered access to the public or what have you. So that's what would be around the outside of that. And that's also all included in that total footprint.
And then this power will go back into the grid here through XL or the electric co-op?
Correct. It will get put on Excel's distribution grid.
Okay,
And then any members, or I shouldn't say members, any customers of Excel can subscribe to this particular solar garden at a rate that's a reduction of the market price.
thanks.
And just one other thing that we have committed to, and again, I'm Adam Harper with OE Solar, so we're the local partner. So I actually own and founded OE Solar, and I actually own 50% of this farm. So we will actually be doing all of the O&M as well as working with the property owner and local folks. But SVOE, we've actually committed to 50% of the total capacity of the farm to low to moderate income folks. And so we're going to actually offer a significant discount to low income as well as nonprofits. And so like Ryan had mentioned, we went through the state process. So this project, we had a lot of community benefit and give back to this. So that's why we were awarded this project.
You guys, you will do the actual project, or do you have a
OE Solar
subcontractor?
will. Yeah, so OE Solar has the in-state contractor's license. I actually hold the electrical contracting license personally, so we will be doing the work.
And what kind of a timeline are you guys hoping for?
So
When
some
you
of
break
this,
ground?
yeah. So we're probably thinking beginning of second half of next year. Obviously, things depend on this meeting and the next, but
Right.
yes, next year.
Any other questions, comments? Would anyone in the community like to ask a question? Okay, well, thank you. for your attention. I will entertain a motion to go out of public hearing.
So move.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to go out of public hearing. Call the roll, please.
Ms. Peña,
Yes.
Mr. David,
Yes.
Mr. Christensen,
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, we're back in regular hearing. I will entertain a motion to approve or deny this variance for 903 North Avenue O for a community solar farm.
I'd make a motion that we approve the solar farm
Second.
variance, I'm sorry.
Okay, I have a motion to approve and a second. Call the roll, please.
Mr. Christensen,
Yes.
Mr. Watson,
Yes.
Mr. David,
Yes.
Ms. Peña,
Yes.
Okay, that variance was approved through our committee. Now we'll go to the city council and
Second
on
Tuesday, the second Tuesday of
this,
the 12th.
the 12th. Okay. Thank you.
12 or 13.
well, oh, it is.
All right, our next item is any other business. Ms. McClellan, do we have any other
No,
business?
we did want to check, 'cause we know Christmas is coming up, so our next P and Z meeting is scheduled for December 18th. We wanted to see if you guys were feeling like you'd be in town, or if we need to look at moving it forward, moving it back, or just skipping in January. You can think about it, too, and let me know.
What was that date?
The
It's gonna be
18th.
December 18th.
18th? I should be here.
I should be here. I'm still at school.
I'm fine.
Perfect, and we'll keep it for December 18th. If that changes, let me know.
Okay. Any other business? All right, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
All those approved?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, we are adjourned.